Hello everyone, in this video we will be discussing about the procedure of election of the Indian President. And we will also have a look at the different powers assigned to the President. In India, President is part of the Union Executive and the Union Executive is dealt in Articles 52 to 78 in Part 5 of the Indian Constitution. The Union Executive consists of the President, the Vice President, the Prime Minister, the Union Council of Ministers and the Attorney General of India. President is also called as the head of the Indian state and the first citizen of India. We know that the election of President is not done directly and we, as common citizens, do not take part in the election of the President as we do normally in Assembly and Parliament elections. The President is elected by the members of an electoral college consisting of the elected members of both the Houses of Parliament and state legislative assemblies. The elected members of the Union territories, which have a legislative assembly, can also participate in this election, example Delhi and Puducherry. If we look at the voting process, the Constitution to maintain uniformity has determined a formula in which the value of vote of an MLA is the total population of the state divided by the total number of elected members in the state assembly into 100. If we look at the value of vote of an MP, we can see that it's the total value of all the MLAs of the state divided by the total number of elected members of Parliament. We must remember that the voting for the presidential election is done through a secret ballot. By now you must be thinking that, why is the president elected in an indirect manner and why not a direct election? The indirect election of president is in harmony with the parliamentary system as the president is only a nominal head and he doesn't have any real powers as the prime minister. The direct election of the president would be costly and time-consuming. Constitution has assigned different and a vast range of powers to the president, which can be segregated in executive, legislative, military and diplomatic powers, including others. But in this video we will be discussing only the executive, legislative and the financial powers of the president, and for the rest of the powers we will be making a detailed video. If we look at the executive powers of the president, we can see that all the actions of the government are taken in his name and the president appoints the prime minister and the Union Council of Ministers. There is no arbitrary decision here, but he has to appoint the leader of the single largest party as the prime minister. He also appoints the controller and auditor general, the chief election commissioner, the chairman of UPSC and the governors of states on the advice of the prime minister. He directly administers the union territories and can also declare any area as tribal area. In the legislative powers of the president, we can see that he can summon or prorogue a session of the parliament and can also address the parliament during the first session after a general election and also the first session of that particular year. He can nominate 12 members to the Rajya Sabha who have specialized knowledge in different fields and can also give assent to different bills and can also promulgate ordinances during emergencies. In the financial powers of the president, no money bill can be introduced in the parliament without the prior approval of the president. The president causes to be laid before the parliament the annual financial statement, otherwise called as budget. President can make advances out of the contingency fund of India. Contingency fund is the fund reserved for adverse emergency events. The president also constitutes a financial commission every 5 years to recommend the distribution of revenues between the center and the states. This is the end of this video and thanks for watching, and please do like this video and subscribe to Synoptic Solution.